so bad. It's actually the worst. I think I stunned you with German.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what none of them words mean.
Yeah.
I ain't from Europe.
So we have a very special guest, and that is my dog. She's just around here. You don't see her. You will probably never see her on camera. Unless, actually, Zelda, up.
There she is.
I hope they saw her.
Yeah.
She's over here because I left her. I feel like I left her alone yesterday and the night before, kind of, for too long. And I felt a little guilty, so I decided to bring her along. So you might hear random squeaks and squawks because she's a little vocal pup.
She's just being a dog.
Oh, now she's playing with her bone.
Wow, great timing.
Perfect, actually. All right. Welcome back to Down the Basement.
Hello.
We have updates on our boy who recently almost passed away due to a self-sucking incident. We have now helicoptered him to Germany, and hopefully he'll make a full recovery soon.
That's right. He is currently in Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They're extracting his member from area that shouldn't be right now.
That's right. And then after that, he's planning on taking a stroll to a place called a beer house.
Yeah, I mean, last time he got drunk, there was the incident happened. So
that's right. Yeah.
We pray for everybody involved.
That's right. Yes.
But he's been airlifted to Germany.
That's correct.
He'll be back soon. Promises.
Indeed.
Poor man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, nothing special happened today, right?
Definitely nothing special at all. Yeah. I don't know what anybody could ever be talking about when they're talking about something special.
Yeah, like a lot of people say that, 10 minutes is not enough time, but I think New Yorkers have proved that 10 minutes is more than enough time.
Oh my god. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. All right.
Dude,
okay. So let's get into it.
I'm so happy.
Your team going to the
third round.
Eastern Conference Finals. What's up, lady? How you doing?
They're going to the third round.
That's right.
They'll be facing either the Panthers or the Bruins, giving the Bruins a second wind, and I hope they keep going because that shit is awesome.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how they go.
Could be a Boston-New York rivalry or a Florida-New York rivalry. But
yeah, I mean, Florida's still good. They're still good.
You're just biting him.
They're just little nibbles. They're little love nibbles.
It's not hard, yeah. But yeah, no, that was a nuts game. I was very sad when the third goal came in because you kind of saw that it took the wind out of the sails of a lot of the defenders, and they just kept. It was sad. I mean, the game ended with 39 shots on goal for the Hurricanes and 26 for Rangers.
That's crazy. Yeah, the Canes had a 3-1 lead going into the final period.
Yep. They scored 2 in the second half.
Yeah.
Pretty nutty goals too. I genuinely thought that I mean I was texting him. I'm like, if the Canes play like this for the rest of the season, they will win the fucking Stanley Cup
for sure.
But I think they just couldn't keep the physicality up for that long.
Yeah, I mean, so I watched the post game interview with Chris Kreider, right?
Because I walked her, but yeah, tell me.
He scored the Rangers 3 goals in the third.
Oh
period,
yeah.
Right. Well, they scored 4 in the third, but the three
goals,
including
he had a natural hat trick.
Yeah, natural hat trick on the road, which I think makes him only the third New York Rangers player ever to do so. And the people that have done it before him,
and it was his first hat trick in the playoffs ever.
Yes,
which is also really cool. That's a good one to get.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I mean, yeah, in an elimination game, that's like what you dream of, right? But yeah, so the only other 2 Rangers that have done this are Wayne Gretzky,
God tier,
right?
Yeah.
The best hockey player to ever live, right? And Mark Messier, who was a long-term teammate of Wayne Gretzky, right? And he was the captain of, I believe he was the captain of the Rangers when the Rangers last won the Stanley Cup in '93. So yeah, I mean,
I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I got real sad. And the reason why I got sad was I was worried that the Rangers are stop it. No. are a team that seems to thrive really well on very high pressure situations, and it's because like their last encounters. I'm not counting the first round because both the Hurricanes and the Rangers got placed against very like marginally easier teams, right? Like
yeah. I mean, you know, anything can happen in the playoffs, but you know they both dispatched of their opponents pretty very quickly.
So, but it seemed like both the games that the Rangers were winning were ones where like the stakes were super duper high almost in the middle of the game. Not like obviously any game is high stakes in playoff, but like they won in overtime twice. Yeah. And then the very first game, it was basically like, again, they squeaked out a win in the last 30 seconds. And it looked like when the next two games happened, what they lost, the first game, they lost because I felt like the game was too slow almost. And the Hurricanes took advantage of like their sheer attack, and then they won. And the second game, they did the second game was super close, but the Hurricanes again did way better on offense, and they kind of picked apart and got their goals in. And it looked like the Rangers are like they hold back for too long, and they kind of like it seems like they explode out in the third period every single time.
Interesting.
So it kind of looked like they were not doing their thing.
Yeah.
But this game, I was worried. Because it looked like a repeat of game 4, I guess that's the first one they lost, where like they got scored on in the first period, second period started, they got a response, they got scored on again, and they got scored on again, and I was just like, dude, this is not gonna happen, right? Like you're not gonna go to Game 7 in Madison Square Garden, and you're gonna like. It just like come on, and then the third period started, and it looked like that was what's gonna happen. Like they were not doing shit until 13 minutes in, and then all of a sudden it looked like Rangers had no defense, and they were just going after the goal.
Yeah,
and Anderson fucks up, doesn't pick up the puck fast enough.
Yeah,
gets it punted in. Second round, ricochets off the defenders do not do a good job at corralling the offense. Again,
we got to get her a mic.
Yeah. Again, gets shoved it in.
She got better input than I do.
And then finally, he gets this beautiful shot from midfield, basically.
Oh, yeah. You just get that. Yeah. No.
Beautiful shot from midfield, and he gets it off. And it goes in. And then I think the way to like cap it off from basically their end, from Rangers field all the way to the goal.
Yeah, also, Barclay Goodrow, right, who scored that empty net goal, has a special place in my heart, right? And the reason that he has a special place in my heart, we have to go like back several years to when he was a San Jose Shark.
Yeah. He was a Shark?
He was a Shark.
Dude, the Sharks seemed like they had really good players, and they just fucking sold everybody.
Yeah, because their whole team just like collapsed. Yeah, they just needed a rebuild. They got really close. I think it was 2017 was when they made it to the Stanley Cup final versus the Pittsburgh Penguins, right? And they just like shat the bed, right? They just like completely shat the bed in the Stanley Cup final. And that was the first time they had ever made it to the Stanley Cup final. But it was like, I think it was the year after that, or maybe even the year after that, when they basically played the Las Vegas Golden Knights. And they were coming back from a series deficit, right? So they're down. I think they were about to get swept. Essentially, they pull it back to Game 7, right? And they're down like 4-1 or something like that in the third period, right? And their captain at the time, Joe Pavelski, who now plays for the Dallas Stars, right? Number 16 on the Stars. I've talked about him endlessly. Yeah. I love him. He's great. He gets like kind of like fouled in the faceoff circle, right? And like, Golden Knights fans will be like, it wasn't worthy of a foul and all of this, and like,
the Golden Knights fans.
Yeah, kind of, but basically he goes down in a really awkward way, and he ends up with like a pretty bad concussion, right? And the Sharks are assessed a 5-minute power play because of it, and they score 4 times on the 5-minute power play, because in hockey a 5-minute power play or a major infraction, if you score, you get to continue on the power play, right? The power play does not go away, unlike a 2-minute minor or a 4-minute minor that will get absolved after a goal. Anyway, so yeah, they score like 4 times, right? And the Golden Knights earn 1 back, and that's tied. They go to overtime, right? And like in like double overtime, like deep double overtime, it's like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. Barclay Goodrow, right, sneaks in. He's had like a total of like 2 minutes of overtime play, right, over like the course of 40 minutes, and he sneaks in with like hella fresh legs and just like just absolutely like hangs Marc-Andre Fleury, the goaltender for the Golden Knights, out to dry. Dude. It's like one of the greatest goals, like as like a Sharks fan there is. And he then got traded to Tampa. He won 2 cups with Tampa, right? And now he's on the New York Rangers, scoring. I'm
so happy for him.
Random empty net goals.
But like that was a really far shot though. Like,
it
was a high pressure situation too. There was 3
and
other
it was a
people
bullet too.
Yeah,
it was a good shot. Yeah,
I'm so happy for them. They looked so relieved.
Yeah,
like the coach, you saw he wasn't even happy the game was over. He just went, oh
yeah,
and he walked over, and then. But I do think that's cool that they like respectfully, signed off with the Hurricanes.
Oh, of course, yeah. No, I mean, the tradition always is when the series ends, you go to the handshake line. you. Oh, just a little freeze, maybe.
I don't know what that was about. Anyway.
Okay. Maybe I touched it wrong. I'm a cat, so.
But, yeah. So like, I think it's pretty poetic that the refs don't call a very clear penalty, where all the analysts were like, "Wow, really? Okay."
Yeah. This is a delay of game penalty that probably should have been assessed to the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah,
in the third period.
Yeah,
but like.
She just like goes on her back legs for a second. Continue.
But like delay of game penalties are like they're hard to assess sometimes because like they aren't reviewable.
Yeah.
At the moment, so like if the ref doesn't see it clearly go out, like you can't really call it.
And they don't want to make a bad call that will like cost the entire series.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it. But what I mean is, I don't think people were even that upset about it. They were just like, wow, okay, it's not being called, whatever. And like the Rangers didn't file a complaint or anything. They just continued on with play. Yeah. But I just think it's very poetic that happens. 30 seconds later, score. 40 seconds later, another, and then it was a power play for the Rangers again because he got shoved into the boards.
Yeah.
And
they convert. Like that's the big thing. Like it's fine. Drawing penalties is one thing, right? But being able to like actually do it.
And the Canes were so good not giving any power play to the Rangers.
Yeah, they're a very disciplined team.
Yeah,
they're a very disciplined team.
They fucked up one time, scored. It was fucking crazy. Yeah. I'm just really happy, and I told Patrick at the when the series started that if they win this round, I'll be fully converted into a Rangers fan and I will buy at least something branded with Rangers.
Yeah, time to get a hat or something, man.
Yeah. They did exactly what I wanted them to. I made a complaint about. They did it in style too. It was a very exciting game. Yeah. The fucking Madison Square Garden fans were so funny.
Yeah, that's so crazy to me how like they sell out tickets to an empty arena.
Yeah, and so they sell the tickets to any arena. They all just watch it on the giant jumbotron, and every time there was a score, the entire garden freaked the fuck out.
Yeah.
And they started throwing hats on the ice.
Yeah, for the hat trick.
Absolutely. Dude, I don't know. I saw that. I was like, yeah, the New York fans are where it's at. They're so funny.
Yeah, they're passionate.
Apparently, like every time this is fun for me. Like every time Rempe's on the ice, and they notice that like he has chosen a target. Do you know how tall Max Rempe is?
I think he's pretty big, right? He's like 6'4", 6'5", right?
He's 6'8.5".
I'm sorry, fucking what? That's not a person, dude.
I think you can look it up. Just correct me on this. I think he's like 6'8.5", 240 pounds.
Fucking wild. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like 6'8.5".
Matt Rempe, 21 years old. He's a fucking child, dude.
He is a child.
He's 6'8".
6'8.5", 240 pounds, and like there's a reason why they say the Earth shakes when Rempe chases you.
That's crazy, man. That shouldn't be allowed. That should be illegal.
Yeah, some fucking. She just bites. You're a little biting. Don't do it. But yeah, it was good. I'm really happy. The Rangers win, and we're moving on. Next,
you didn't bring her a toy. You brought her me.
I fucked up. I did not bring her a toy, so she's just playing with everyone. I don't mind, but
it's fine, yeah.
But the other thing that I wanted to just talk about real quick was, I genuinely have fucked with the wrong team, and they fucked with Boston.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
Boston is back with just pure vengeance energy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little like, there are some teams that just have the they've just got they've got like the fire in them in a way where like if they get messed with a little too much, they're just like, all right, well, you know what, we're just here, we're down to clown.
Yeah, And I think Boston Bruins was the one you should not be fucking with.
Yeah.
And it seems like I'm very excited.
Here's the thing, though. I don't think that it's like the Panthers' fault necessarily. I think
the only reason why I say it's the Panthers' fault,
call went the other way, right? I think if the call went the other way, then the series could be under control. Right?
Yes.
But I think that because that goaltender interference call went the way that it did, right? That has like caused the problem.
Yeah,
right.
I 100% agree. I think the reason why I'm saying the Panthers did it is not because of the call going the wrong way or whatever. It's because the interview right after where the guy gloated about doing it. Yeah. I think that's the part where they're like,
I love that.
It's time for you to die.
He's just a little. He's just a little shit stirrer. I love it.
And I think now they have to deal with the consequences of Boston, Massachusetts.
I think if you're I think if you're a Rangers fan, I think you kind of want Boston though.
To win or to lose?
To win. Yeah, I think you want them. I mean, like you would prefer if they both just go to 7 and just beat the crap out of each other and have no stamina to play you, right?
Yeah, but I want Boston to win because like New York versus Boston would be, first of all, fucking poetic. It's New York versus Boston. It's gonna be sick as fuck.
It's true.
Number 2. Yeah, I want Boston to win because they're the worst team. Like, I don't give a shit what is happening. Even if they win against the Panthers, I think the moment they win, they're going to be like, revenge acquired. They're going to hit the ice for game 3, and they're just going to be like, time to choke. Goodbye.
You never know. I mean, they might surprise you. They might surprise you, They're not a bad team.
No, they're not. Also, what's his name is probably going to be back on the ice. Marchand.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you can... Man, what a
guy.
What a rat. He's just a little rat. You gotta love him. You gotta respect him.
Yeah.
But he's a little rat.
He's an interesting guy. I still feel bad that he just got fucking sucker punched basically. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean that's fucked up beyond belief for sure.
But yeah. Okay. I'm very happy with that. I'm just excited. New York Rangers won. They're moving to round 3. They have become my team through both their fans being sick, their coach being awesome, and their players being awesome.
For sure.
And I think that it was good. I'm very happy with them.
Yeah. I think I'm putting my hat in the Dallas Stars ring.
Oh yes.
I've got to, because
if you want me to be purely objective, I think Dallas Stars have it.
I mean, like, I don't know if they necessarily have it, but, my guy, Joe Pavelski, right?
Yeah.
He hasn't won a cup, and I think that he's, like, one of the best players in the league and has been one of the best players in the league for a long time. And, like, former Sharks captain, he's just great. I would like to see him. I would like to see him win a cup. So I've got to root for Dallas on this for sure.
And that's understandable. I think that's super fair. She's so excited because of 2 reasons. New room, and Patrick is here. She is in love with him.
She recognized me. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is very crazy that she recognized you immediately after having seen you once, and she's freaking out.
Yeah, we gotta have her. We've got to have her back when Will's here too.
Yeah,
we need to
introduce
make
her.
Sure.
And I will actually bring a toy that we can use, so she doesn't have to go after.
Well, I mean, you'll be bringing Will, so.
I'm not subjecting him to
podcast guest equal toy.
True.
This is now the
podcast host equal toy. This is guest.
Oh yes,
yes,
host. Sorry.
But yeah,
podcast host.
Yeah.
I consider myself a guest, so I'm like.
But yeah, I want to also say happy birthday, Patrick.
Oh God,
it's the boy's birthday.
Oh God.
You have to close your eyes. and you have to reach under the table.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. Here we go.
He's unboxing something, and I had to get this for him because I saw it and it was very funny. Close them eyes.
I will close them once I. This is how to do it. Yes.
Yes.
Oh no, it's this side.
It doesn't really matter. You can just really rip it off.
Okay. Here we go. Okay.
Pull. Okay.
Here we go.
Open them up. I'm very excited. This is unbox therapy.
So afraid. Oh my god. Maple Leafs Crocks.
Officially branded by the team.
Oh my
Maple
God.
Leafs Crocs. These are not bootleg.
Goodness
These
gracious.
are real, legitimate Maple Leafs Crocs.
These are probably way too expensive.
They weren't that bad.
Thank you. This is awesome.
They're so good. Actually, they're so good.
They're very blue.
They're very blue.
That's awesome. Dude, these are like the perfect lab shoes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
you should wear them. I want to see Wes's reaction to that too. But yeah.
This is fantastic.
I saw them and they were like, they were not. Don't worry about it. They were.
To you.
Yeah. So they were like fully recommended to me, and I saw them and I was like, these are so good. I have to get them.
I gotta put these guys on real quick. Let's see how this goes. These are like the perfect lab shoe. Oh, Zelda loves them. They smell so weird.
Yeah, you also have them in speed mode right now.
They're in speed mode. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, when you put the latch down, they're in speed mode.
Dude, that's the most insane thing I've
Yeah,
ever
so I also
heard.
wore my Crocs. These are my dog park Crocs. As you can see, they're all fucking dirty.
I see.
But
yours
in
are
solidarity.
Not in speed mode.
They're not, because these are actually
So-
too small for me.
How does this shit work? Why is it speed mode that way?
It's just the nickname. They're called speed mode when you do that.
Wow. What happens if you do one in speed mode and one in non-speed mode?
Then you actually walk incorrectly. Don't eat it.
You're going to eat the tag. It's paper. It's not good for dog.
It's probably fine. But yeah, those are the happy birthday.
Awesome, thank you.
Like I said, I got you something
Thanks, man.
you'll wear for life.
Yeah, thank you.
May they continue on in the journey. I love Crocs.
I think that they're gonna be absolutely fantastic lab shoes.
Yeah.
And because I don't think that I'll acquire static electricity while wearing them.
Oh, look at her little face. Yeah, there's no acquiring static electricity in those. They're so good. They feel so good. Honestly, I might get Crocs' lab shoes too. I might get the New York Rangers branded one.
That's so good.
And then we just terrorize anybody who comes. They're like, really? Fighty little demon. Apparently, the ones that were sold out. Do you want to guess?
The team that was sold out?
Yeah. Which Crocs do you think were sold out?
The
Because I was
Anaheim Ducks.
curious. Yes.
Am I serious?
Yes.
Really, right?
Yes.
Damn.
I don't know why the Ducks are such a popular. Can I ask for real? Why are the Ducks a popular franchise?
Well,
Why does everybody
okay.
love them?
So they won a cup in 2006, right? They
Sure.
once were formerly the Anaheim Mighty Ducks.
Yeah,
Right.
I know that.
You know, like named after the Disney film.
Is that why they're so popular?
No, I think they're more popular now because of some of their younger players. They had I think it was like last year or maybe the year prior. They had like a couple just like crazy good young players on their team, and they were kind of known for scoring like wacky, crazy goals.
Okay.
In a way, and I think like a lot of young hockey fans who are probably in the market for Crocks are probably the ones that
Watching that. Okay.
watch it. So
Yeah, I'm just surprised because like every time I talk to anybody is always like, yeah, I kind of watch hockey on the side. I like the Ducks. I'm like, why does everybody like the fucking Ducks?
well,
Yeah.
I think it's easy to hate the Kings.
They're the big LA team, and they also play fucking neutral zone trap
Yeah.
for like the last 10 years.
and they've won a couple cups, right? So like I think it's easy to like want to like the Kings. Like they're our local team.
Yeah.
Right. So it's kind of like,
and we're traitors to our local team.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I
don't really care.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I can ever be a Kings fan.
Me neither. I don't really give a shit. Their fans kind of suck.
Well, I don't necessarily.
I said on record.
Okay. I don't know if they're fans.
No, they don't. But like, there's not as much energy as I'm a big fan guy, and when I see the New York Rangers fans, I'm like, nah, you guys are sick.
I get that. Yeah. I mean, I grew up as a Sharks fan, and they're like the biggest rivals. So it like, they're just like it.
Your family will disown you.
I watch a Kings game, and I want to go in and like them, and I just end up being like, I kind of hope they lose. So it's I don't think I'll ever be able to get over the programming. So.
That's fair. So actually, I can talk more and more sports, but like I'm gonna just try and steer off a little bit.
Yeah, let's
but to transition into the next topic. This game was on TNT. So that means I get a lot when you're watching it. I watch it on HBO, but that means during the periods, I get HBO commercials or TNT commercials.
Okay.
So have you ever heard of the show Milf Manor?
I think I've heard of it in name because I think some Twitch streamers have watched this on like live, and I think I've watched maybe like one episode reaction from a streamer we watched.
So let me just bring you through what Milf Manor 1 was about. Milf Manor 1 was a bunch of MILFs were put in a...
just for the audience out there.
Mothers I'd like to fuck are in a manor with a bunch of frat boys, basically. But the frat boys are their sons.
Okay.
And then they're supposed to date those boys.
All right,
obviously not their
sons. This is very weird. I don't think I understood the context of this when I watched the reaction.
That is the point of the show. And it's very awkward, and I don't like it. It's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
But you're getting served ads for this? Well, watching a hockey game?
Because it was on TNT. Yeah, because they're partnered with E and all of these other guys.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Well, how would you even go about advertising this? Like,
it was literally just like I was looking away. I can actually tell you exactly what the commercials were. There's a commercial, the Love Makes You Do Crazy Things commercial that NHL has.
Oh, so I watched this, I think, for the first time tonight.
The Colorado Avalanche one? Yeah. That one, I never understood it.
It's psycho.
I never understood it until tonight, too. Because, they always watch the game together. And then they're like, and then he left her, but the feelings were mutual. And I'm like, you guys broke up because he thought that you weren't in the same area, so the fucking Avalanche won?
Yes, that's the implication.
The other one that's also crazy, the guy who gets tattooed, the Golden Knights, with 2019 on it.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah, that one was also pretty good. Apparently, these are all real stories,
dude.
Yeah, like there's the guy.
They did not break up because the Avs won.
They did. Apparently, all these are real stories.
No.
They broke up because the Avs won. The guy actually got a Golden Knights tattoo, and another guy actually threw a fish on the play. He snuck in a fish through metal detectors and through security. I want to throw a fish on the play.
I want to just take an aside. You said that he snuck in a fish through the metal detectors. Well, why do you think the fish could go off through the metal detectors?
I don't know why I said that. Now that I think about it, yeah, it was high mercury content. Fuck you.
Oh.
So no.
Touche.
Yeah. So like, they're all real. They're all real NHL stories. Like these are what people actually have done for the playoffs.
That's crazy. So it used to be, I guess not to dwell too much on hockey, but it used to be the Red Wings would have people that bring in like an octopus.
Yeah.
And they throw an octopus on the ice. Which I think is like
so funny.
Incredibly metal.
But so the reason I bring up Milf Manor
is
because Milf Manor 2 is now out. What do you think the premise of Milf Manor 2 is? Think psychotic.
I mean, it's kind of hard to get more psychotic than bring your son to get hit on by fellow MILFs.
It gets worse.
I literally cannot think. I cannot imagine something that is cringier or more psychotic than that.
Because I only saw the
do they date their own sons?
No, they don't. That's not you're allowed to do that.
Okay,
but
thank God.
But there is this ad came up. I don't know the full context. I did not look it up because I have better things to do with my life than
you don't
Milf
want
Manor
that
2.
in your search history.
But
you don't want your FBI agent finding that.
From the ad, my understanding is not only are their sons there now, but also the dads of the sons.
Dude, what the fuck is going on?
So I'm unsure if these are their like husbands or exes.
Dude, no.
But at least, or like maybe like the son, like the kids are there with their dads, and the women are different. But it doesn't matter. It's weird. You're dating the same dating pool as your father.
Dude, that's nuts.
Milf Manor 2.
I want to undo learning about that.
Why are Americans obsessed with incest?
I don't know.
It's apparently the highest search term on Pornhub right now is the like stepsister, stepbrother thing.
I don't get it.
We're roll tiding too hard.
We're roll tiding too hard.
That is a joke for strictly Americans who know NBA, I guess.
It's fucking football.
Oh, football. Fuck.
American. It's college football. Good God. European tries to relate.
I tried. I just know the joke. But yeah.
That's crazy.
It is an insane premise.
I'd like to make a comment really quick.
Yes.
I like your new glasses.
Thank you.
They look nice.
It took a little while. I bought them, and I wasn't sure how I'm going to feel about the gold.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the gold.
Yeah, I like them a lot. It reminds me of my grandmother.
You're a bitch. Your grandmother had style.
I'm just
okay?
kidding. I'm totally kidding. It does not actually remind me of my grandma. they look very, very nice.
But yeah, no, this is just reminding me of all the fucking other crazy
just like reality TV shows. Yeah. For a while, so I actually was really in it's a little embarrassing to admit, but I was really into Vander Pump Rules.
Interesting. I never watched that one.
Yeah, I was really into it. So one of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Lisa Vanderpump, she like owns some restaurants in like WeHo and stuff.
She also owns the Pump.
Pump.
Yeah.
Like they basically made a reality show of like some of her employees at the restaurant, and I was like really into it. It's like complete garbage to watch.
Yeah,
right?
I've been in the Pump. It's fun.
But like I was really into the show. I loved how they're just these normal people. Well, not really normal, kind of like insane. They're fucking crazy.
Yeah, they're fucking nuts.
Absolutely crazy human beings. And they like are able to do normal human being things. Like somehow they pay bills.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's nuts to me.
Yeah,
like, that's crazy. So
the other shows that I was watching was like Love is Blind because my partner really likes it. Well, liked it. I don't watch it in a little while because I think basically the reason why I had to stop watching is because a bunch of like union camera people and everybody were saying like you should stop watching it because they use scabs all the time and they don't use or like they'll use union guys and then union guys realize that like the actors, they're actors, were like, so basically this was what happened. Let me give you the tea.
Yes, please.
So do you understand? You know what the premise is of Love is Blind?
I have absolutely no idea what that means.
Okay, so the Love is Blind premise is there's a bunch of guys and there's a bunch of girls.
Okay.
And their ideas that they want to prove, it's a social experiment, that they want to prove that love is blind. So you date across a wall that is not soundproof. So you can talk to each other across the wall.
Okay, but you can't see. You
don't see them.
Okay.
And you have to date them. I think it's like 2, maybe 3 weeks of dating across this wall. I want to say, I don't actually remember if it's 2 or 3 weeks, but it gets like maybe a week. But the idea is that like you date across this wall, and then you have multiple dates with these people, and if you really like them, you propose without seeing them.
I'm fucking sorry. You do what?
You propose
to like get married?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so you propose to get married.
That's crazy.
And then they give you the reveal at the engagement ceremony. And then if you still like them, you send, and then all the couples basically get sent to a holiday vacation area.
Okay, so I mean, I'm hearing that this is only fun when things go really south. And
so
and
let me tell you some of this. Oh, it gets real fucking weird. So then they get sent to a vacation spot, and then they have vacation together with all the other couples, and then after that, they think they live together for a little while, and then after that they can get married.
Goodness gracious!
But all of this is like filmed, and apparently it's true. They just like constantly give them alcohol. Just constantly. They also like have a camera in their faces all the time. And if you sign up to be part of the show and you leave without any valid reason, medical or otherwise, you owe this show like $50,000 to $100,000 in damages.
What the fuck?
So basically, you're stuck in this contract once you have it. You film for 12 to 16 hours a day.
Dude, that's crazy. Woof.
She heard something she didn't like. She's very vocal. So basically, something she does not like. So effectively, these people are being worked to the bone.
Yeah.
They're like having mental breakdowns because they're
on camera,
realizing that they have to marry someone or potentially marry someone.
Yeah.
And
okay, so
can you say no?
Yeah, if you like
at the altar, you have to get all the way to the altar.
You have to go. Wait, so you have to like accept the proposal?
Well, so the idea is that like in the dating phase, if you do propose and the other person accepts, then you will effectively have to stay together until proposal. That's the only time you can say not proposal. Wedding. That's the only time you can say no.
Dude, that's nuts.
Yes.
I hate that.
Unless you don't ever get engaged. That's the other stipulation, right? Like if you don't get engaged during the dating phase. Yeah. So there's some characters from the show that are funny. There's some moments in the show that are objectively very, very funny.
Sure.
Like there's a guy who brought fake tears with him, and then during the interview, he was like talking about how like he's like, oh, I felt such a good connection with her, and when she said no to me, I was genuinely heartbroken. And then he's like, getting red in the face, and he's like, literally looks at the director and goes, "Can I just use these real quick?" So like, and then,
oh my God,
I think he assumed they would cut that part out, but they just like kept that in while he also puts in the fake tears, and then he goes.
Dude,
she was the love of my life, and then like it was nuts. The show is nuts. And then there was another guy who like basically
I fucking hate that.
Yeah, there's another guy who like looked at a woman that he was going to marry and goes, my dad cheated on my mom and all of these things, and he goes, I don't know if I'm just not gonna cheat on you. Like, he just says that to her.
What the fuck?
Yeah, these people are not normal. And then there was a controversy on the first Love is Blind where a lady claimed that another guy was like a super controlling sociopath, like misogynist, and like doesn't eat food or anything. And again, he completely could be, and I'm not going to like, argue against it. I have no clue. The cameras are on. But she very explicitly talks about this one part where he basically goes, I think she had like an orange, and he goes, "Oh, you're gonna eat that?" Like that's how she claims. Like he's like, "Oh, you're gonna eat that?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "Well, you probably shouldn't." That's how she explains it. And everyone's like, "You're an asshole. That's crazy."
Yeah.
And like they threw him under the bus. And like after the last episode of the season is always they have like an interview with all the couples.
Sure. Yeah.
And they throw him under the bus again there. And then finally, I guess the directors just felt bad for this guy, so they played the clip. And the context is, he like playfully goes up to her in the morning, not in the morning, like in the afternoon or whatever. In the beginning of the shot, at least, he's like, oh, he's playing around with her, and then she grabs an orange, and he goes, "Oh, we're gonna have food in a second. Like you probably don't want to ruin your appetite with an orange."
I see.
And then he walks upset, and everybody's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Oh, she also fucking roasts his ass. But she waits until the day of the wedding, and then she goes, "You're an asshole. You break me down. You're a monster. You're a demon." Like, she just goes off for 5 minutes.
Bro, that would be so fucking depressing.
It's I watch it in awe because I'm like, you guys are insane.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I mean, I guess the whole point of the show is to have those like dramatic moments, and whatnot. But that's like, I don't know. You're doing this like on TV, in like in front of a bunch of people. Like, you know, you'd think you'd be like,
it's forever. Yeah, it's fucking forever. I don't know. It's weird to me. But there's a couple of moments that are iconic. But now that I know like they have all these terrible working conditions and people are like, stop watching the show because like it's very abusive. You can't really watch it. There's others. There's like so many of these. I remember when like Hassan used to watch 90 Day Fiance. Those were the good days. Were you there for 90 Day Fiance?
I was not. No, I think. Oh man, what did I watch? I watched him react to like Average Joe, I think it's called, or something like that.
Oh my God, Average Joe was like that poor guy. I wouldn't say poor guy. Fuck him, actually.
Yeah, I think it came out he was kind of nuts, right? But
he had a girlfriend.
Wait, he had a girlfriend?
That's what happened. Like, it came out that
dude, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it came out that he had a girlfriend and he was like lusting over this girl the entire show.
Dude, what is going on with American reality TV?
Average Joe, the guy, Average Joe, was an asshole who like was lusting over this girl the entire time, and like he had a girlfriend and all of these things, and it like all came out after the show was over.
Damn. Wow. Yeah, I think that's the only reality show that I watched that like somebody reacted to.
Yeah, no, fucking I forgot about Average Joe. Average Joe was crazy. There was also when he was reacting to Master Chef is always fun.
I don't think I saw that.
These were like, when was this? This was, I want to say 2 years ago. 2 years ago, yeah. It's just very fun to watch Hassan react to these things because he just goes like, oh my God.
Yeah.
He's such a little overreactor.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. He's a little drama queen, but that's like the whole point.
That's the whole point.
You know,
he's such a good little drama queen.
Yeah.
Big fan. But yeah. So that was my Milf Manor segment because it blew my fucking brain, and American reality TV, they really need some help.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they need God.
She's down. Sleep time. Good night.
Yep.
Oh, it's 9:20. It's her bedtime.
It's her bedtime?
Yes, this is when she'll start complaining to me that, like, how dare I keep her awake.
Wow. Okay, so I want to talk about something that happened in the last 24 hours or so, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to begin this by saying that Racoons are back.
You're so late to this, but I'm so happy because it's a great song.
I am in love with this little raccoon guy. I fucking love him. He is so cute, and he's just fucking vibing.
He's just dancing.
Oh my God, he's adorable. I want to be this raccoon. I'm obsessed. Okay, so I'm scrolling through some weird
How did you
news.
find him? Yeah, this is
well, it was just so the way that I actually found him, right? Is that I play World of Warcraft for the PC,
not for the mobile.
Not for mobile. That's correct. Yeah, I don't play on the Steam Deck.
Do you play World of Warcraft in VR?
No.
Would you?
I would be afraid that I would never come out.
So I guess my question is, would you like go in and you're like, yes, this feels good, or would you have like maybe a few minutes of a mental breakdown as you realize your world is now pixelated?
Probably a little bit of both.
And blocky? But would you be happy?
I'd probably be happy, yeah. I'd probably be happy, yeah. Things in Azeroth just make sense. Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah. You just commit a little elf genocide and you go on with your day. You know, it's just that is just how it works. You know. Anyway, so yeah, and I was basically this like really good raider was streaming. He was like streaming doing some like dungeons basically. So I tuned in for a second, and instead of having his camera on, he just had the raccoon in the on loop, basically, just like doing the
Tiny
little dance
raccoon
thing,
boy.
right? And in the title, it's just Pedro.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, okay, well, the fucking raccoon's name is Pedro, so maybe this is like a meme, right? Like I'm literally old, right? I am old, like as of today.
I think that might be the most Patrick way to discover the meme, because it's been on TikTok for like weeks.
Has it really been?
It's been on TikTok for weeks.
Dude,
so not just that, it's been on TikTok for so long that I had that song stuck in my head. I then moved over to Cody and Co's Nightmare, and now I'm back because of that. And my sister keeps dragging me back to Cody Co because she sends me Nightmare.
I see.
All the time. Have you heard Nightmare?
No, I've not.
I have to show you Nightmare. I almost want to react to it. I want to see your reaction to Nightmare. You saw Cody Co today.
Yeah.
Oh, we also have to talk about the incident.
Good God. Okay. All right. Let me finish this up. So
yes.
yeah, I'm fucking obsessed with this raccoon, right? And so I'm scrolling through some like news headlines because I want to bring in a news story. It's been like 2 weeks since I've done this. But I keep getting fucking scooped by y'all motherfuckers. Every goddamn week I do this. So I found a news story, and it actually involves a raccoon, right? So during an MLS game recently, right? Major League Soccer, right? The cursed version of saying football, right?
I just like that they committed hard to Major League Soccer. It's just like, really?
It's very strange, yeah.
The most played game in the world, 3.6 billion viewers.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Major League Soccer.
Don't tap into that market. Why would you? Crazy, yeah.
Yeah. But so there was a game, I believe today, on May 16th. And
we're such white guys. All we do is talk about sports.
I know. But this gets
no. I know. Okay? No, I'm happy. Don't get me wrong. But like, I love sports. But still, goddamn, we're unlocking our. All we need is like a beer. We should be doing this in like a backyard somewhere, and we'd be over. Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. I think this is all fantastic ideas.
And we also need to get beer bellies.
Yeah, I mean, I could
live in Louisiana.
I could do without that part. Yeah.
Anyway,
but yeah, so there's an MLS game between the Philadelphia Union and the New York City FC. And during the game, a raccoon stormed the field. I want you to guess how long the raccoon was on the field.
Oh boy. If you're asking that, it's going to be a while. I would say that the refs got him probably...
Give me an estimate in seconds.
In seconds?
Yeah.
200.
Okay, you were a little high, but it's okay. 161 seconds.
Okay. How'd they catch him?
I would like to show you... I'd like to show you a video.
Yeah.
Of this really quickly.
I'm just remembering the possum.
Let me find this. Yes. So, all right. So here we go. Oh, fuck. 1 second. I'm so fucking old, Hassan. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let me rewind. Let me do a rewind. Okay. Here we go. There he is. So just for the listeners.
Can.
Yep. He's got a trash can.
He's chasing him with a trash can.
Yep. He's getting near the ads and then just absolutely jukes him. Right? He jukes like 3 dudes. Right? And he's on the pitch. He's on the pitch for like, a good like 2.5 minutes.
So cute,
right? And he's kind of a cutie. He's a little chonk. You can see he's a little chonk, but he's so cute, right? But the important there's a big sigh.
She's so upset.
The thing that I want to point out in the video that you just watched, right, is that this raccoon outflanked 2 dudes.
Yeah,
and the really important thing that I want to mention about the outflanking of those 2 men, right? Those 2 grown men, is that they put absolutely zero effort into
the raccoon.
That
didn't even try to really outflank. He just kind of like walked.
Didn't have to try at all. These dudes, they don't
should have
know.
Tackled him.
They don't know what the fuck
full
they're doing.
Double-legged tackle into the raccoon.
Yes, exactly. Studs up. Just absolutely end this raccoon's career, right? But yeah, I just like I watched the video and I was like, oh, it's cute. It's like a pitch invasion by a raccoon. I've never heard of that before. Like it's happened with a cat, happened with a dog, happened with possums and birds.
Did you see the possum that like is dragged
like,
out?
I will not go.
Yeah,
it's so good.
One of my favorites was the dog. I think this was like in a game in Russia or maybe in England where like the owner, like his girlfriend brought the dog or something, and he just like jumped out of the stands onto the field and ran up to the player.
Yeah. They're just like, "What's up, guys? How you doing?"
And he got carried out, and he was so happy.
Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, I mean, just like the guys on the side, like the dude with the trash can, he's hauling.
He's trying his best.
He's trying, right?
The other two did not do him any favors.
Yeah,
they could have helped.
Yeah,
minimally.
There's one dude that kind of like lunges at the raccoon, but he's like he just doesn't commit at all.
He's scared to get bitten. He's like, I don't want to fucking deal with this little trash demon.
Exactly. There's a comment on the Twitter thread that is absolutely fantastic. It's the top comment, and it's like it basically says, "This is the first time I've ever seen one of these things try to not get in the trash bin."
A little
I think it's so fucking good.
Little washing bears.
Yeah,
they wash their food. They're so cute. I love the one where he like melts his. Have you ever seen the one where like, he has like cotton candy?
No, I've never seen.
They gave the raccoon cotton candy as a gift.
As one does.
And then the raccoon immediately grabs the cotton candy and dumps it in the water, and you can see him like get so sad. Look it up.
He's learned about the solubility of
sugar. It was so sad. And then they gave him another one, and they like prevented him from going to the water, and he ate it, and he was so happy. But yeah, raccoon dissolves cotton candy or like marshmallow. I think it's cotton candy though.
Oh no! Is it this
guy?
Yeah,
it's marshmallow. Sorry.
Oh, bro.
Oh no, it's cotton candy. And
oh, brother. Oh no. Oh no!
It's so sad.
I've never been more sad for a raccoon in my life. Oh my god! He doesn't know what happened.
And they gave him another one, and this time he does it again. It takes a couple of times before he stops doing it.
It's so sad. Wow.
He doesn't deserve that. He was a good little boy.
So when I was younger, I actually had a
she's out.
She's just gone. Yeah. I had a little vendetta against raccoons.
Patrick.
Okay. All right.
You have vendetta against raccoons.
Well, I had.
Oh,
it's done.
You guys have made friends.
Yeah, I was about to explain.
And you just replaced it with squirrels.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck squirrels. Absolutely fuck squirrels. All right. But when I was a kid, I had a little like. One of those like push carts. I was like really young, right? And I would store goldfish crackers in the cart. Right? It's like an outdoor cart. And this is when my family still lived in Humboldt County, right? So I was like probably like 3, right? Really
bonk
young.
Bonk. Humboldt County? Bonk.
Oh, bonk team. Yep. Bonk squad.
Bonk.
But yeah, so I had this little thing, right? And one night, like I am 3, so I can't be responsible for putting the cart away in the house, right? And there was one day where it was left out overnight, right?
Uh-oh.
And the next morning I go out to like play with my little cart because I'm a 3-year-old, right? And I go to get some goldfish out of the thing, right? And I remember we just filled up the little cart with the goldfish, right?
Oh no.
And then all the goldfish be gone. And I'm like, Dad,
who took my goldfish?
Where'd the goldfish go?
Where are my goldfish?
Right? And my dad looks at me and he's like, I know exactly what the fuck happened to your goldfish, kid.
Okay, I have a question. I don't mean to interrupt you, but at what point do you go from being a normal man to being the genocidal maniac that is a father with a backyard? Because
the problem
when does that transition happen?
I think that it happens the second you get a backyard.
Because the amount of times that like it doesn't matter who you talk to, if their dad has a backyard, they have some animal that they have decided deserves to die.
Yes, they do. Yes, yeah. Absolutely. And in this case, my dad knew that it was raccoons. because I think that he had like scouted it out, right? Because like our trash kept getting, fucking trash panded as trash does.
Again, he could have not had. He didn't have to do that, but he's.
Yeah, exactly. No, well, I mean, like you wake up on trash day and there's trash all the fuck over your yard, right? Like, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
Is it not time to like, go full, Patriot Act on your own house?
He wiretaps the raccoons.
It's like I'm gonna install a skunk in their ranks.
He finds where the raccoons hang out, and
he takes these dirty commies know what's up.
He finds where the raccoons hang out, and he like fucking entraps them by putting a trash trail to his house.
I'm just imagining a squad of raccoons with like hammers and sickles.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
Fucking McCarthyan on the raccoon.
Yes. But yeah. I mean, like since then, I've understood that raccoons are just, they're
goblins. I love them.
Just little goblins. It's okay. They're all right.
Yeah.
But the thing I will not stand for is a motherfucking squirrel. I absolutely hate squirrels.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's intense, actually.
I do not.
I don't know
like them.
why.
Yeah. I do not wish pain upon them, but I do not want them around me, and I hate it when people feed them.
Oh, I think you should not feed them. I don't think you should feed any stray
wild
animal.
Yes, I agree.
But like, yeah, I mean, they dropped an acorn on you.
Yes, is that the incident you're talking about? Or is that a different thing?
I'm not talking about that.
You're not talking about that.
I am talking about that.
Oh, you are talking about that. Yes. So we're walking back to the lab after acquiring a snack.
And both Will and I pass under the tree,
Jack
unaccosted. And what happened to you? I want you to tell this is your story to tell. I don't.
Well, I'm on my phone, and I feel an acorn drop on my hand right here. Right here. You can probably still see the mark.
Yeah.
You probably still see it.
Was
where I was
brutal.
assaulted.
It was brutal.
For God's sakes.
And he kept shaking the branch too afterwards. He wanted more.
Yeah, exactly. And at first I just thought it was like, just unlucky. Acorns fall.
It happens.
It's what they do.
They have to propagate.
Yeah, exactly.
But then we heard chittering.
Yeah.
He was saying slurs in Squirrelish.
He actually was, yes.
Yeah.
It's not Squirrelish, it's demon.
Fiendish. Yeah.
It's the black tongue.
Lord. But yeah, it was crazy. I've never seen a squirrel drop an acorn on someone.
Yeah. I think that it had rabies. And I think that I will probably become hydrophobic soon. And it will be the end for me.
Dude, it's so weird that you become hydrophobic from rabies. I know it's a terrible moment, but every time I see videos of someone freaking out from water, even though it is rabies, and I feel bad for them, but I cannot help but laugh a little bit.
It's a very odd symptom.
Yeah, apparently it feels like you're like any liquid in your mouth, like it feels like it's on fire.
Oh, that's horrible.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Yeah.
But so I have to ask, if you were president, what would you do?
What do you mean?
For the squirrels.
For the squirrels?
Like to the squirrels.
Oh, I probably wouldn't do anything really drastic to them. No, I would just I would try to raise awareness to ensure that people do not feed them, right? Have the understanding that these are wild animals and that they can be aggressive, and become, food driven, and it would not be good. So, like I would not advocate for,
Squirrel-acide.
For genocide on the squirrels, for sure. I would not do that. At least in the first term.
So what you're saying is you're an anti-genocide candidate.
Yeah, at least in the first term, for sure.
Well, in your second term, it doesn't matter. You're not
you
going to
have
be elected.
Nothing to lose. Yeah,
you can just go for it.
That's right.
So in an election year, you would not be pro-genocide of the squirrels.
That's correct. Yes, I would not be. Be pro-genocide. I don't know if there's any. Are there any presidents that would fall under that
pro-genocide during an election year?
During an election year, yeah. I don't think that's like. That could never happen.
There's nobody named Genocide Joe. But Anyway, so
Wait.
Well, to get you there. Presidential candidate and candidate run.
Okay.
This guy's kind of badass though.
Okay.
And if you cannot tell what our political leanings are, I'm wearing a Hassan sweater.
I don't know how to lean.
The enlightened centrist. But this guy's actually kind of sick.
All right,
so his name is Benjamin Spock.
Okay, I'm already in.
Yeah.
Live long and prosper.
So Benjamin Spock was a child psychologist, I believe, and he wrote books on how to help raise your children in the 40s, right after World War II.
Okay.
That was his thing.
This could go one of two ways.
Well, it goes the fucking sick as fuck way.
Okay, thank God.
He recognized that he himself is a bit problematic with his own family, that he's a little strict with his kids and all of these things. But in the process, he becomes during the time of the Vietnam War.
You had every opportunity to not say it like
the Vietnam War. I'm just honoring our vets, Patrick.
That's right.
So he becomes a massive anti-war person.
Right on. War sucks. Not good.
He becomes, in his own words, a convert to socialism.
Okay.
He becomes super
interesting time to be out and about.
Dangerous time. He becomes a massive fan of progressive movements like LGBTQ plus rights. He becomes a massive proponent of like women's rights, black and brown people's rights.
Let's go.
Labor rights, heavily into labor rights, massively into anti-war. And he claims that we should pull every single soldier out of every foreign country.
Right on. No one is free until we are all free.
Yeah. So he's also kind of badass in that he is an Olympic gold medalist in rowing.
Okay, this guy, you can't have it all, brother.
He married a woman.
Save some for the rest of us, dude.
Well, his marriage was terrible. His first marriage was terrible.
Okay, well, all right.
He married her. He got like 6 kids with her.
Good God.
So this is the part
That's
where
too many kids.
The history gets a bit weird, because he at least self-identifies that he wasn't that great of a husband to her.
Okay.
Because when he became very politically active, he started to travel a lot and get arrested a lot. And he also became very infatuated with his work, where like he would spend a lot of time working rather than doing family things. So he does claim this himself. But a lot of Republicans and even Democrats hate this guy, obviously, because the 70s and he's anti-Vietnam, socialist, all these things. So his name also got dragged through the mud and a lot of things were made up. So you don't really know where the truth is in this and where the lies begin.
Okay.
But like there's a pastor who said that the only reason that there's hippies is because he wrote his books in the 40s and parents raised their kids with in their words, instant gratification and hedonism. Basically, all his way. I don't really care too much about the kid raising thing, but they dragged his name through the mud.
Okay.
And he then gets a divorce in the 70s. Shocker. Bad for PR. And then he marries a lady who was younger than him when she was 30 years old. Her name is Mary. I don't know her last name because she took his last name, but Mary something. She seems kind of fucking badass.
Okay.
Where like once they got married, they were the perfect couple. She would get arrested with him all the time. She loved traveling around, going to protest movements and all of these things.
Okay.
And eventually he runs for president.
Okay.
For the People's Party. And he was friends, I believe, with Martin Luther King Jr.
Right on. Good company.
And like all of these things, he was like a sick dude. He was just a sick dude.
Yeah.
Problem, I believe he got arrested just before for like being basically a socialist supporter.
Okay.
And he kind of loses the presidency, and he doesn't get that many votes because people are calling it a dirty commie and socialist and all these things. But he said he had to run to prove a point that like the People's Party does have candidates, and that like the People's Party is a legitimate party.
Yeah.
rest in peace, the People's Party of the modern day. We're not around, but that's a different story. He's super fucking cool. Now, what do we learn from this? You have to sell out, Patrick. If you want that you can.
I like how this is.
We can go
really
full
become
Joe Biden.
Dude.
Because
I'm never gonna fucking just-
listen.
oh
No.
my God.
You sell out. You become president, and then you just don't do any of your campaign promises and do the socialism anyway.
I mean, that's exactly what presidents do anyway, just in
Exactly.
another direction.
So that's what I mean. We sell out, not for real.
I have a feeling that when you sell out, right, you just become a target, though. You're like, yes, I will accept all this money.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you go the other direction, they just kill you.
That's what they did to JFK.
And we're back here, ladies
We're
and
back.
gentlemen.
We're back. Time is a flat circle. And, no. But like this is the plan. We go hard.
Yeah, the plan is very public. The plan is uploaded to youtube.com.
Yeah. That way people who watch this will vote for us because they know we're lying.
Yeah, whereas we're like, yeah, dude, corporations are fucking sick.
Yeah, they're so fucking cool. Give me that money.
Yeah.
Give me all the money from every super
Fuck
PAC.
unions. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we become president. We ban super PACs. We confiscate all the money that has been donated already. And we give it to the Treasury Department.
Okay, so just really quick, I just want to recap, right? So I would become president. Right?
I become treasury.
On false promises.
Yeah.
Right?
So just an American president.
Just normal presidency shit, right? I appoint you to be a secretary of the Treasury, right?
Yes.
And you're saying that you want all the money.
No. The Department of the Treasury gets the money.
Right, which is headed by
Me. Yes.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Because I'm in on the plan, Patrick. We're appointing people.
Okay.
We don't want to give the money to people who like.
All right, what are we doing with the money, Hassan?
We're redistributing it to everyone. We're gonna first things first, no student loan debt.
Okay.
That's number one.
Seems like a weird place to start, honestly.
It's the best place to start. You give people that releases people from. That's like one of the biggest abject poverty causers,
I mean, I would probably argue that like medical debt is probably more.
That's second place, obviously. Like
Second
I think
place?
student loan. I mean, I think medical debt affects people later on in life versus student loan debt affects people early on.
I see young workers.
Yeah, the olds fucking voted for these fuckers. They gotta wait. No. It should definitely be student loan debt, medical debt,
Okay.
and then we forced all the money to come back from the PPP loans. Yeah, they gotta fucking pay that shit off. None of that forgiveness.
We're never becoming politicians.
And then we do the plan where we start to take like $100 billion away from the military, and we start funding public works projects.
Yes, and then convert to the metric system.
No, we can't do that. The Marines will get confused.
I don't give a shit what the Marines get confused by.
Yeah, that's the
I'm
plan.
tired of this fucking 2.54 centimeters per inch shit
fucking
that I have to deal with
terrible.
every day.
Dude, it's so
It's
bad.
so bad.
It is actually really bad. But yeah, that's the idea. Then we do the $100 billion plan. We have to fight for the soul of this country, Patrick.
We have to make America great again.
Again.
Again. Yeah, it sounds like I don't see any problems with this, and I certainly won't get fucking murdered for that.
I don't think you can get murdered because let's put at the optics about this, right? No. Think about it. You will be the most popular person in the country.
I don't think that's true. She agrees with me. She agrees with me. She went, "Arr."
I think you'd be too popular to assassinate.
I don't think that's true. I think that that just like reactionary fanaticism is incredibly powerful.
I feel like what would happen is that reactionary fanaticism will start. And then, like I said, I don't believe in jailing the counter-revolutionaries, but we can jail them for a little bit.
Why'd you wink like 12 times just now? It's a really weird time to wink.
We're going to abolish prisons, and then we have these empty buildings. I wonder who's going to...
Good fucking God. Abolishes the cops. Cops reinstated.
Just for one group of people. For one group of people.
For God's sake.
No. I think you'd be too popular to murder. I think if there was an attempt on your life, and like it even if it failed, I think there would be a genuine like uprising, and they would murder everyone. I think you would be too popular if you got rid of medical debt and student loan debt, and force the PPP loans to come back.
Think about all of the struggling student loan businesses, though. Think about them.
Most of it is us.
Think
Most of it is the federal government.
Yeah, think about how upset they would be.
Would they be upset
like,
though?
Damn, we can't make money this way anymore. Fuck.
Yeah, and then if they complain a little too hard, we have all these empty buildings.
Dude.
We replace all the marijuana users with student loan sharks. We're gonna have to do January 6th all over again.
Oh my God.
But yeah, no, that is that. I mean, Lord, the reason why Ben Spock was cool was because he was a socialist, and he tried his little best, and he just timed it wrong. And I think
it's honestly, I think one of the most impressive things is like being a just out and about socialist in the
70s,
in the 20th century.
That's fucking
kinda
nutty.
Nuts. Yeah.
You were sleeping. You were asleep. You were asleep. You're biting me now. I wish you guys could see this, but there's a dog that has decided to play tug of war with my jacket. I don't like when you do this. But yeah, I'm so happy she loves you this much.
Yeah, she's chill.
Yeah.
She's chill.
So, you don't want to run for presidency on false promises.
I think that it would be better to be honest about your approach. I do not think that it is a good path to victory, but I think that it is the correct way to approach things.
Are you excited for the presidential debates?
No.
No?
No.
Why?
I don't know. I'm tired of them.
So
it's been like, I don't know, maybe just my attention span has decreased, right? And I'm sure there's going to be good content, but like, it feels like it's been like 14 years of this, of just these two dudes, and I'm just over it.
It's been like, just over 8 years of Trump being annoying.
Yeah. And it's time for something different. They both need to be like, I don't want to do this anymore.
So it's time for Nikki Haley, is what you're saying.
That's something different. That's something
Vivek
different.
Ramaswamy. He's such a little nerd. I hate him. I'm not that person.
Boring.
Like, here's the thing that bothers me so much is just like, he's such a nerd. I just want to bully him. He could never be president because he's such a little nerd. He's so smarmy.
I don't like his voice. It sounds like he's screaming all the time. You know what I mean? It sounds like he's just yelling.
Take a breather.
Take a breather.
Yeah, no, he's annoying. I don't know. Like, I follow electoral politics a lot. I literally do not know any other candidate that either party can present. Like, there literally is nobody that they have prepared for the presidency.
Yeah, I mean, it's because they're both lame. They're just lame. They're just lame.
I just want to see what the fuck is going to happen because, Biden made a call out video. It was 15 seconds long. And it had like 36 cuts in it. So I just I want to see what the pharmaceutical industrial complex can pull together.
Yeah. So when like a season of a TV show ends, right? And it's like one of those TV shows that like changes every season, right? This feels like they're just going for a fucking another season of the same shit.
Yeah, it's Marvel. It's just like next Marvel slop.
Exactly.
And I hate them both. I agree with you. I literally just want to see geriatric corpses basically flail around for a little while.
That's fine. And like I said, it'll probably be entertaining at the very least, right? But like, I mean,
it shouldn't be entertaining. This is the presidency.
It should be very boring, in my opinion. It should be a very boring thing to do, right?
Mm-hmm. It should be interesting to just politics nutters like myself.
Yeah.
And then, but now it's just become blood sport.
Yeah.
Dude, we're so fucked.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fine.
On that note,
President Biden. Just kidding. President Patrick is the ticket that I'm running on. 2060.
You said 2060? That's like so long from now. Is that how long it's going to take me to be old enough?
No, you'll be old enough at 35.
35, yeah.
But usually you want to run when you're 35?
Why not?
Fuck yeah, brother.
They can run when they're 9,000.
Yeah.
Why can't I go the other way?
I can already see your like tagline. You're like, I've never run for public office.
Yeah.
I have never been a politician.
I'm going to put experts in charge.
Exactly. I've never been a politician.
I'm going to listen to smart people.
I don't use any PACs, super PACs.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Hi, Zelda.
Woof.
Do you have something to say?
She says sniff.
She sniffed the microphone. All right. On that note, for real though, good night, everybody. We're super tired because we each had one beer
at lunch.
Yeah. And I want to go bed now.
Yeah.
See you guys the next time. Goodbye.